Go first to Ukraine tonight. Our correspondent Jeff Parry is live in Lviv for us. Jeff, what is the latest on Russia's advance?
Well, Angela, it's pretty much going nowhere, perhaps with the exception of Mariupol, where they've destroyed about 90% of the city there. The Russian troops are advancing towards the city and they've got tanks on the streets there and some fierce fighting, and so they are making some headway, but it could be a week or 2 or 3 weeks before Mariupol falls. In the capital, the Russian troops there, they've surrounded part of it, not all of it, but they're digging trenches and laying minefields, which would suggest that they are getting into defensive positions, and then perhaps they will start this very, very constant bombardment that we saw in Mariupol in the capital Kyiv to try and break the spirit of the local population. Kyiv, the second biggest city in Ukraine, constant bombing there, of course. 1,000 buildings, they're saying, have been destroyed there and 500 dead. But have a look at this, these pictures. These are the latest pictures from Kherson, which is the only major Ukrainian capital to fall to the Russians, and this would suggest that there's a great deal of frustration amongst the Russian troops that are occupying that city, because the local civilian population has been protesting every day, and today it spilled out where the Russian troops came out firing automatic weapons. They were throwing hand grenades and stun grenades, forcing that unarmed crowd to scatter for safety. There are reports a number of people were wounded. A number of people apparently were caught and beaten and kicked. The Ukrainian authorities say that this is, to fire on unarmed civilians constitutes a war crime, Ange.
Yeah, just terrifying pictures there. Now, Jeff, we're hearing reports the Russians are running out of weapons and that the factory that builds the Russian tanks has run out of imported parts.
Yeah, Russia has got amongst the biggest number of tanks of any standing army, but a lot of them are old Soviet era, so maybe not be as much of a surprise that they're having trouble getting parts for them. The Ukrainians are skillfully using all these anti-tank weapons that they've been provided with, and they're doing a lot of damage to the invading forces, not just the tanks, but all their other armoured vehicles as well. But it fits with the theme of shortages. Long supply lines that are hard to defend. Their troops are going without petrol, without food, armament. So, as I said, that general theme of they're pretty much stuck while they try and build the supplies. But they're saying that they've only got 3 days' supply of petrol, so they're hardly going to go anywhere very fast, and not fitting with what you would think Vladimir Putin would have thought would be that their advanced position. But it's not.
Indeed. And Jeff, it would seem a pro-Kremlin newspaper has accidentally revealed just how many Russian soldiers have died in this conflict.
Yeah, well, you'd think someone would be off to the gulag for this one, Ange, because the official toll is 498, and that was a couple of weeks ago from the Russian authorities, but it seems this newspaper has published that the real death toll amongst Russian troops is over 1,000, and there's been 16,000 who have been injured. The Americans say that undershoots it. They reckon there's about 9,500 Russian deaths, and the Ukrainians say no, it's more like 14,000 Russian deaths amongst their troops. So there's a number there for everyone, Ange.
Yeah, indeed. And Jeff, while we've got you, talk of a coup to over